You must exist in this society. You were born here. You are 10, 15 years old. The system knows that you were born in Lagos. You have been in Lagos. You went to school in Lagos. There is a card, a social security card, an ID card that you have. You have a passport. When you travel, all this data takes you in the tax net. So even if you are selling in Okeari and I don't know you are there, the computer knows that you were born in Lagos, you grew up here, you have finished school, you must be doing something, and they send you a tax assessment. And then you come out and say, no, I'm not earning that much. This is what I'm really earning. So it's a system that captures data of every active person or business in a community or in a country. It has to start from the very base, from the community, local government, then the state, then the national.
This is a country with a very large population. Majority are poor. And being poor, does that mean you are tax exempt?
No. It just means that you pay much less tax, or you don't pay tax if you are below a certain income level. For example, if you are earning less than 60,000 a month in Nigeria, by the time it's computed, you probably pay no tax at all.
Less than 60,000?
By the time it's computed and you take all your allowances, you are married, you have children, you have life insurance and one or two other things. So poverty simply reduces your tax to zero at some point if the poverty is at a certain level. But what's important for tax is that you have to exist in the tax base. That is the key thing that government is trying to achieve. You have to exist in the tax base. You don't have to pay tax, but the tax base must know that you are there. So as your income rises and you reach the level where you can pay tax, you have to pay. They don't have to come looking for you and running around.
So it looks like a bit of we're in a bit of a problem here, because when majority of people are below the 60,000 per month, again that becomes another argument as to how you arrive at 60,000. Because if I earn 20,000 a month through a carry market or a bus conductor or a car wash boy, but at the end of the day, my total here, there, and there, family dependents, whatever, amounts to 80,000 naira.
Yeah, that's where the filing comes in. The file will say, let us know your global. In tax law, there's what is called global income. So if you live in Nigeria, for example, you are a young computer programmer, and you are programming for a company in Ghana or in America, and they are paying you.
For my bedroom.
Exactly. And you go to an office and help to fix software problems for a company in Lagos, and then you support a client in Abuja. They call you and say, look, I have this problem on my software, can you resolve it? And they pay you. So your global income, wherever you earn income in the world, is supposed to show in your filing. After that has been done, the tax law now creates criteria. There's a tax law that gives you the basis for computing. And that tax law says if you earn less than this, these are your entitlements. And this is the tax, and the tax itself now becomes graduated. So if you earn, for example, your net tax is, let's say out of 60,000, 20,000 or 15,000 is that is taxable. For the first 10,000, the rates might be, let's say, 5% or 2%. For the next 10,000, the rate comes down. So first of all, what you pay depends on whether you are taxable, not that you earn income. First, you have to earn income. You have to take out your allowances, and then you have to now compute what tax you pay based on what is taxable, not your total income.
Okay, nice one. So the finance minister and the FIRS are on the streets yesterday. The finance minister was in Lagos, and she was on the streets, some part of Lagos, distributing pamphlets to people and say, this is the new tax amnesty, this is the message, and then say, oh, hold on a second, everyone, pay your tax. Who should she be speaking to? The tax amnesty is basically for who, and is it really for everyone and all that?
No, tax amnesty is for everybody. If like we say, if I am doing business on the road in Marina and I've not been paying taxes for the last 20 years, and I want to regularize now, I can enjoy that amnesty. If I'm a large corporation that is owing taxes that has not paid, I can come out and say I'm owing taxes. If I have not filed, I can come out and say I have not filed and I want to file. So the amnesty is for everyone, every taxable individual and business entity.
Now, we're in an economy in which income is very hard and difficult to come by, whether you're a blue collar, white collar, or the roadside, or the informal economy. But we have a large informal economy. So where does that leave us into what the government should pay the first line of attention?
Tax education, that which is going on now. You have to educate everyone that tax is not something for those who are in employment, for example. For many years, we always...
Who are in a formal
employment where you have to do your pay as you earn, your employer deducts it. So the thinking for a long time in this country is that, look, I don't have a regular job, so why should I pay tax? But tax is actually for everyone. So the first line of action for government is doing is tax education. Let us know that we are, first of all, the obligation is to file. In most cases, if you file and give the full information, you may not pay any tax at certain income levels. So first thing is educate Nigerians to file every year. Every year, just file your papers and say, this is what I'm unemployed, I have not done any income, no part-time income, zero income, so I don't pay tax. But I file. And that was the law says. You should file. So after filing, we now find out whether there is tax for you to pay or not.
A very interesting conversation. We're going to have a time another day because if you ask many Nigerians on the street and you just grab them and say, hey, what I want to get is just chop money as it were. But if that amounts to about 60,000, any amount, you mean he should just still file his tax papers, even if it's just got well, it's just for upkeep.
Whatever, just file.
As the saying goes, everything, too few things are sure. Tax is tax and death. They're very, very sure. So pay your tax. Thank you very much for coming through, Mr. Gabriel Idahosa. We appreciate those enlightenment. Of course, you heard it from the expert. Whatever you're earning under the bridge, over the bridge, in an air-conditioned office, or in a boiler room, just make sure you pay your tax. And that's the message for today. We're coming back after the break, and we're rounding off the program.